Here we are in Bideford. This is the River Torridge. Torridge is a tidal river, and at low tide, as you can see, there's broad mud flats. A few hours later, the water will return, making it back into the harbour. Once Britain's third largest port, timber and pottery, tobacco and sugar have moved through there, and even now it still has some commercial and tourist trade. The clatter of hooves, the creaking of rigging, and the shouts of merchants echoing across the water. You can imagine it, can't you? You can see through the gaps there some little images of the famous Long Bridge, which I'll explain in a moment. In the meantime, up in front, there's the booking office and a minibus for the MS Oldenburg. This little ship sails out from here, or from Ilfracombe, out to the island. An island which is 12 miles out into the Bristol Channel that has a small population and a pub. Depending on the tide, depends where it goes from and to. The bus provides a link back to either here or to Ilfracombe. You can get to Dundee Island. We can book from Dundee Island. I'm not sure where the boat goes from. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the famous Long Bridge. By today's standards, it's not particularly long, but it was then. It dates back to the 13th century. It was originally wooden, and the arches were all different sizes. Several theories about how that came about. From to confuse the devil, to make it impossible for him to cross the bridge, to wooden beams from the original structure. Well, we don't really know. Over there is a sculpture of Appledore by local artist Railway and Shamwickshire. Tapia was a popular book written by everybody in Sutton in 1927. This was later adapted to a very popular film in 1979. The story of Appledore inspired the 180-mile Tapia Trail, which runs in a figure of 8 and back through Bideford Station. The station has been here since 1872, but passenger services ended in 1965 due to the infamous Beeching Acts. And in 1982 the line was closed to freight too. And now it's the home of the Bideford Railway Heritage Centre. It's taken over 35 years to get the centre up and running. From the closure of the line until now, it's partly got a cafe, a shop, but unfortunately it's closed now. There's a little museum in there as well, inside the carriages. But it's a good reason to come back, isn't it? We'll just head over now to the bridge and look from the bridge to the bridge and overlook the river. hotel which began as a home to merchant and mayor John Davy. Later it served as a workhouse and a jail before becoming the hotel we see today, where Charles Kingsley wrote parts of Bideford Harbour and Water Babies, his famous books. Just walking over the old railway bridge, and we'll have a view of the long bridge here, and the station. There's the, I don't know, there's a marker there, I'm not sure what that's for. And there's a further part of the track, and then we turn down to Embrews Drown, the lovely North Devon word there, drown meaning a little narrow passageway like this, which leads down into the old East-the-water section of Bideford. It's a bust of John Richard Pinecoffin in a private public garden, I should say. Now we leave Bideford and the River Torridge, the mud flats you can see here, and we head over to Baggy Point. This is further up the coast, and we have a nice walk. We see here a well that was stranded on the beach, and there's some bones that was left of it. The views are amazing from Baggy Point. Over there you can see the Hartland Peninsula in the distance. If you want to see the other videos I've done previously around Hartland Quay and Hartland Point. And look at these rocks here. It looks like they've been cut with a knife, don't they? Someone's come along and just cut a piece out, but that's 300 million years of erosion. Got the rugged cliffs, open heathland, and breathtaking views across the Atlantic. The coastline here is part of the North Devon Coast National Landscape and is cared for by the National Trust. So this is filmed in sort of spring of 2026, and in spring and early summer these cliffs burst into colour with thrift, sea campion, kidney vetch being some of them. Of course there's gorse. We see some gorse in a moment. They're perfectly adapted to salty winds that would leave most garden plants soaking after about 5 minutes. Just behind me is my wife Sharon following on, but she's taking a bit longer because she's actually looking up all the different plants that we have along here. They're not out in flower fully yet, but they soon will be. You see me point there? I'm pointing over to Lundy Island, which you might be able to see in the distance. I've sped this up because it's a little bit of a long, boring walk if you had it at normal speed. So I sped it up a little bit, so it looked like I was pointing really fast. I wasn't. You might see sheep, because people farm this headland for generations, and grazing sheep and cattle help maintain the coastal grassland, and they prevent the scrub from taking over. Hello. It's a lovely day, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
And there was Sharon back there looking at the plants and also chatting to walkers going past and their dogs. And it's the lovely thing about walking, isn't it? You just stop and chat to somebody. I didn't. I carried on. Up ahead is a little place to rest there, and over on the left there's quite a significant bit of erosion that's gone on. It's getting quite close here to the edge of the path. It's still quite a safe distance away. It doesn't look safe, it looks very close, but it is quite a safe distance away. Yeah, we will. It was a nice chat with another dog owner, brief chat. And you notice along this path there's not any dog poo, and there's no dog poo bags thrown in the side. I haven't seen any at all. I know it's not very busy, it's not as busy as it will be, but well done to the people who walk their dogs along here for picking up and taking home. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Now, even though the camera is a bit deceptive and it does look a bit steeper and possibly narrower than it actually is, I wouldn't like to try and climb down there because that grass would be slippery. And if you start sliding, you probably won't stop. But why would you anyway? Because it's a beautiful footpath along, and look at all the flowers up here starting to come out, because I say this is early spring. And that gorse is just a beautiful colour. A bit scratchy, but yeah, beautiful colour. Many ships have been claimed on this coastline, and I'm sure around this head there's been a fair share of ships that been claimed by the coast. And thick fog, hidden rocks, fierce Atlantic storms, they must have made things difficult in the old days. Fortunately, today's walkers have GPS, and sailors also have GPS and signposts too. And enough sense not to sail a galleon through here. Ships may have been stranded here and broken up, and there would have been certainly some frenzied activity in the local village, as people would have made claim to the spoils of that ship. But also, people would have brought things here on purpose and smuggled things here. Stories of smugglers have always surrounded this coast, because of the hidden coves and the isolated cliffs. It's a great place to sort of hide your booty. Whether every tale is true is another matter, but if you were around 100 years ago and somebody offered you suspiciously cheap French brandy, you probably wouldn't ask too many questions. You certainly would have hid it. Now, I've referred to this whole hill as Baggy Point, but actually that bit sticking out there on the left should just come out of shot there, which I'm going to discover a little bit more in a minute. That is the actual Baggy Point. It's that bit there, is the point there. It's Middleborough Hill, actually, is the hill's name. And there's Croyde Farm, which is partway along it. And you see this sort of erosion here. And look at those beautifully dramatic cliffs there. And out onto Baggy Point. Now, another thing to watch out for is marine life, because grey seals sometimes appear below the cliffs, and visitors occasionally spot dolphins passing offshore, which you can see. Unlucky that we didn't see them today, but we saw this beautiful place. Hello. Gorgeous, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Just over there, there's some people doing a bit of rock climbing. Didn't see them at first, but you can see them going up that small bit of wall. Say small bit of cliff, I should say. It's certainly big. And out to Baggy Point, a couple of little shots there, and then we move on to our final destination today. To end the day, we went into Appledore, a cute little village, a couple of nice pubs there. We didn't go to the Royal George. And there's the MS Oldenburger ferry to Lundy, going back to Bideford. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.